What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Blacksmith Podcast, where we forge men. What does that even mean? Well, to forge a man means you take him from where he is right now, today. You take where he envisions himself or sees himself in 15 to 20 years. What kind of career does he want to have? How much does he want to earn? Wife, kids, car, house, location, all of that. And you reverse engineer what it takes to get there, give him in the now the actionable steps, and then help them take action, get on your way to becoming that man. We help men become over here. So this is very vital information. I'm your host, Will B, and I'm so glad you're joining me today because we are starting our brand new series called The Basics. And these are essential pillars that men cannot become without having. Things like hard skills, soft skills, budgeting, paying yourself first, credit, investments, and time management. And I'm so glad you're joining me here today. We are going to jump right into this. Now, if you look at the screen here, hard skill. What is a hard skill? Teachable ability that is specific to a job and can be measured, right? So basically, in layman's terms, my terms, let me explain what this means. It means something that you have to go through specialized training in order to achieve. You get a piece of paper that says you're qualified or certified to do it, and that is going to raise your earning potential substantially over someone who doesn't have it. Okay. So let's get into three categories of hard skills mainly, right? You have degrees, you have certifications, you have trades. We're going to go into them in depth, but look, we have some examples right here. CAD, Microsoft Office. Now, this encompasses Word and Excel and all of it, PowerPoint, all those things. If you are a master of your craft, that is an asset to a company, right? Welding, that's a trade. You need welders to build bridges, uh, buildings, train tracks, whatever. You need welders to do that. Proficiency in a foreign language. So in America, we tend to only know English, but in other countries, bi and trilingual is like the norm, right? So if you know a different language, for instance, let's say you work at a company, you're a junior associate, and you got a boss that's going to Venezuela and you can speak Portuguese. They can take you, which may get you a pay raise. It may get you favorable when it comes to promotion because they can use you for something outside of what you were hired for. That's a hard skill. Typing speed, knowing home row keys, that stuff, these are examples of hard skills, right? All right. So, degrees. Let's start with degrees. Let's start with the levels of degrees. So, if you didn't know, sorry, I got to adjust here. If you didn't know, an associate's degree is a 2 year degree, right? 60 credits. A degree, usually you go to school, a full college um, semester is 15 credits, so a full year is 30 credits. So associate's degree, 2 year degree, 60 credits. A 4 year degree is also referred to as an undergraduate, which is a bachelor's degree, and it's 120 credits. A master's degree and a PhD is referred to as graduate degrees, right? So a master's degree is going to take you another year or two to obtain, maybe 5 or 6 years to get. A PhD is a doctorate level degree, and it is maybe 6 to 8 years to obtain total, right? From starting in college. Why would you need a degree? Well, what did I tell you? These hard skills increase your earning potential. Let me prove it to you. This is all Googleable, which is not a word probably. By now, maybe it is. I don't know, but let's look at it. So in 2023, from these age groups, right, the average bachelor's degree holder made 60 grand compared to somebody who just graduated high school and had no hard skills. There you go. That's $24,000. I don't think you want to leave that on the table. Now let's read a little further. Lifetime earnings was around $900,000 more. You don't want to leave all this wealth on the table. Furthermore, let's look at this. According to the Bureau of Labor, bachelor's degree holders earn 68% more money than people with high school diplomas. Are you convinced now? You should be. Okay. So if you're not, you're still not convinced, let's look at usajobs.gov, right? This is a site that has a lot of high income earning careers. This is a cybersecurity analyst right here, right? Here's the summary. You guys can pause the video and look at all of this stuff, but I'm going to get to the nuts and bolts of this right here. See this? Salary $82,000 to 153. Well, it just said the average bachelor holder earned 60 grand a year ago, right? This starts way above that. 22,000 in fact, right? Up to 153. This is a very high paying position. But let me get to what I'm getting at, right? You guys can I'll try and scroll slowly, but look, experience, you need 3 years or you need a bachelor's degree or higher, or you can combine the experience with the degree. For a job like this, a cybersecurity analyst, more than likely you won't have the experience without having the degree, but you could, because you could also have a cert. Now, let me tell you something, a little backstory about me, right? And why I'm so passionate about this. Because I'm originally from New York, right? And before I joined the Navy, I was stuck in a vicious circle. See, I was trying to get a job, right? But to get the job, I needed a career. I'm sorry, I needed a degree or I needed experience. To get the degree, I needed money so I could go to school. To get the money, I needed the job. So I'm right back where I started, right? So job, degree, right back where I started. Or experience. But to get the experience, I needed the job, which is what I was trying to get. So I was stuck in a vicious circle. And if any of you guys, this is resonating with you, understand I was there, listen up, pay attention, because I'm going to help you here, right? Okay. So as you can see, to get these high paying careers and to get out of the job or just over broke world, most people are one paycheck from going under, folks. Just over broke, I'm not trying to be funny, but it is a real thing. To get these high paying careers, you need these hard skills. Okay. So let's look at the medium income from last year, like period 66,000, almost 67,000. Well, this career right here pays more than that. You start here at 82,000. Are you convinced yet? All right, now let's look at something else. We're done with degrees. Let's shift gears over to certs. What is a certification? A certification is what you're looking at right here. So if you go to Udemy, Udemy is a site that my best friend taught me about because he has his degree in cybersecurity, where you can get this whole course. This is for hackers. So if you look right here, how to become a cybersecurity specialist, stopping hackers, preventing hacking. So this is a whole course on how to do this. What you do, and it's only $28. It's normally $140. You buy this for $28. You study it. Look, it's a total of 12 hours to get through this, right? So you get through it, going through the whole course. Let's say you take about 20 hours to study the material. That's 32 hours, right? And then you schedule your test. Your test might be $100, maybe $300, whatever, somewhere in there, right? It varies for whatever you're taking. And let's say the test is 3 hours. So let's go on the high end. So for $330 pretty much and 35 hours of your time, you could have yourself a certification and get hired in a job that deals with hacking. And it's going to be a high paying career like what you just saw on usajobs.gov, right? So this is way faster than going to college and getting a whole degree. 35 hours, that's more than credit hours. That's more than what you earn in a college year normally, because you normally earn 30. So when are you going to do this? I have a 9 to 5. Well, I made a short, and I'm going to tell you here, it's not what you do from 9 to 5 that's going to get you to financial goals, literacy goals, professional goals, educational goals. It's what you do from 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. Maybe you have to cut back on some of that snoozing you've been doing. Maybe you have to not spend as much time with your wife and children. It's a sacrifice if you already have them. Maybe all that leisure time needs to get cut out. Pay now, you can play later. Life is much better when you do that. So, look, let's look at one more right next to it, networking, right? You're dealing with network security, Wi-Fi, also Wi-Fi hackers, firewalls. Look, $25, and it takes 12 and a half hours to complete. This is a no-brainer. And these are for IT and cybersecurity. Those jobs are closely related. So you can get some of the same certs and work either field. All right. So these are certs. And look, I showed you udemy.com. Now, let's talk trades, right? Trades is the other big one. What is a trade? Well, trades are usually blue collar, hands on professions that build infrastructure and help build up the community you live in. We're talking about things like welding that was on the list before, electricians, plumbers, those are the three that come to mind right now, but these things are apprenticeships. They carry apprenticeships with them. What is that? Well, that's something where you start at a basic level with hours and jobs complete. You move to middle level with hours and jobs complete. You move to the master level where you get top pay and stuff like that. Very high earning skill sets. Really, you start as like a neophyte or an apprentice. You move to a journeyman, then a master. Okay. Those are trades. And those are very high earning skill sets. And they're still out there for you to get. And really, look, you want a career field that's not going anywhere? STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and math. These aren't going anywhere. You have engineers that come out of here, doctors, college professors, nuclear physicists, researchers, scientists, all kinds of things come out of here. People who make websites come out of here. They start up tech companies, entrepreneurs. STEM is very important to building up society and infrastructure around us. Okay. All right, so let's recap. We've talked about a lot of stuff. I'm dropping a lot of gems for you guys. I hope you're paying attention. Maybe you might have to watch the video twice. Maybe you may have to have your pen, your pad, your notebook out. You should be really soaking this stuff in because I'm very passionate about this stuff. I really want to help you guys succeed, right? So we talked about what a hard skill is. We defined it. We went over what are the classifications usually. We talked about degrees, certs, and trades. Why a hard skill? Increase your earning potential, right? And we showed you some statistics to show that they do out earn people without them. I'm looking at my notes here, so bear with me. How you get them? We talked about going to college for the degrees. We talked about Udemy, and there are different sites like that to get certifications. I think even some colleges might actually offer certifications as well. You just have to do your research. Googleable, right? And trade schools. There are trade schools like if you want to be an auto mechanic, you can go to an ASE certified school, and in 18 months, you'll be out as a certified auto mechanic. Or there's things like Job Corps. Okay. Um, and look, again, if you didn't get this right out of high school, you have a wife and kids, you have a life now, and you're doing all this stuff. I made a video. I'm going to link it in this one, a short called What Do You Do at Your 62? Um, but basically, it's all the time you have left over when you're not sleeping, commuting to work, and working. What are you doing with the rest of your time? Okay. And this is what you need to be doing with the rest of your time. So another thing we talked about, certs are much faster than going to college. Trade school is actually much faster than going to college as well. And then we talked about STEM. Look, folks, if this blessed you, please hit the share button, share it with some people who may need that help. Hit that like button, please. Subscribe. I will see you in the next video, but please, we are building a community here. I need you guys to come ready with your pen, your pad, with your brains turned on. I'm passionate about what I do. Over here at the Blacksmith Podcast, we don't play games. We teach, we forge. You have been forged. I'll see you in the next one.